Hey guys, Lauren Gordon here. In this video, I want to talk about why I don't agree with the no sales calls movement in the coaching industry. My name is Lauren Gordon. I'm a business mentor for online coaches who have stories to tell and offers that they deeply believe in. And what I specialize in is helping coaches grow their business and attract a lot more clients to them by sharing their stories and using the one single most important skill you need to have as a business owner, which is storytelling. Now, in this video, I want to break down something that is definitely circulating the internet and the coaching space lately, and that is this message that people are spreading that looks like this. Never do a sales call again. Never ever have to sell your stuff over the phone. Ditch the sales calls for good, and things like that. Maybe you've seen them. I have seen this message everywhere recently, like everywhere. And every time I see it, it's always coming from somebody who sells something that promises you that you'll make all this money without ever getting on a sales call. So I have a couple points that I want to make here and really just give you the information you need to make the decision on your own as to whether or not you want to set up your business in a way that requires calls or doesn't require calls. I will give you the information and you can make the empowered decision yourself as to what you believe and what you want for yourself and your business. So, couple things. So, the first reason why, actually, before I even get into this, I want to say one more thing that you might not even realize. Most of the people who are trying to sell you on the message of never do sales calls again, never get on a sales call. I make all my money and I don't do sales calls. Most of those people that are spreading that message do not and cannot lead a sales conversation in a genuine, authentic way that feels good. I would go so far to say that most people who are spreading this message haven't even mastered sales themselves. And instead, they found a shortcut way to make some money, some cash, without sales calls. But deep down, they know it's because they actually never overcame their fear around sales calls or discovery sessions, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing, right? So it's very easy to look at those ads, those posts, those people that are saying, never do sales calls again. Sales calls are dead, blah, blah, blah. It's very easy to look at those people and go, wow, that must be an awesome life. They never have to talk to people. They get to make all their money and never ever get on a call. But what you don't realize is that those people are oftentimes at a huge disadvantage than you will be if you implement what I'm going to tell you here, what I'm going to teach you. So the first part of this is the first reason why I don't believe in this no sales calls movement is because imagine this. Imagine that tomorrow social media goes down, meaning your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube, this YouTube channel, your, Pinterest, whatever other social media platforms that you have, that you've established yourself on, that you have somewhat of an audience, somewhat of a following, your friends, your network, your audience. Imagine all of that went down, and your email list, you lost that as well. Oh, and your website, you lost that too. And any funnels that you're running, those are down as well. Okay? Imagine all that happened tomorrow just like that. You woke up and it was all gone. Imagine that happened and it left you in a position where you had no choice but to keep your business afloat and continue getting clients in the old-fashioned way, which is by speaking to another human one-on-one, in conversation, offline, in conversation. Okay? So if you had to do that, if you all of a sudden were in a position where you had no choice, you had to speak to people one-on-one, on the phone or in person, to keep the business afloat and to make money and make sales and sell your stuff, you would not be able to if you hadn't mastered the sales conversation first. If you hadn't mastered the sales conversation now, then you would not be able to keep your business afloat without the internet. Because these people who are, who are selling their stuff on the basis of don't do sales calls. Sales calls, you don't have to do them. Those people are, what they're really saying, what a lot of people are buying into is this wild idea that we own social media and it's never going to be taken away from us. We don't know that. We don't know that. So how I look at it is this. If I want to truly foolproof my business, my company, then I'm not going to bypass one of the most important critical skills that I need to have as a CEO of my company, which is sales. I need to understand how the sales conversation works, how to lead a conversation with a potential client. I need to understand every single part of the sales conversation, objection handling, building rapport, building trust over the phone, all of those things. I need to understand all of that, because only then will I know, and can I sleep at night knowing that if everything online went down, I could go out in person and sign clients. I could go out, I could pick up the phone and have conversations with human beings and still grow my business and sign clients that way. That's how I look at business. That is, to me, what makes the most sense. If you truly want to build something that lasts until the end of your life, then you're the one who has to have that skill. You're the one who has to have the skill of being able to have a sales conversation with another human being. And that doesn't come from learning how to create content that sells stuff for you. Because if you don't have a platform to put your content on, if the internet cut out tomorrow, or for whatever reason you lost everything and you had to simply rely on the bare bones, talking to people in person, talking to people on the phone, you've got to know how to sell. You've got to know sales, right? So that's the first reason why I absolutely do not agree with that, is because I like to foolproof my business. I like to really equip my business to where I'm confident knowing that if I did lose everything, I'd be okay, because I know how to lead a sales conversation. I do. And sell high-end, high-ticket, high-value programs, high-value offers over the phone. The second reason is I want you to ask yourself, why did you get into business in the first place? Was it to create a job for yourself? Or was it to create something that eventually runs 80, 90, or even 100% without you? For me, I had to sit back and ask myself very early on. In fact, the first year of my business, I was all in my business, right? There's a huge difference between working in your business and on your business. I was in the business every single day, in the trenches, bootstrapping, right? A lot of people do, a lot of coaches, a lot of entrepreneurs do this. And then I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, Stella, my first daughter. And that was truly the time in my life where I sat back and I asked myself, okay, Lauren, now I get to make the conscious decision as to whether or not I'm building something that can run without me so that I can take care of my daughter on the days she's sick and I didn't plan her being sick, or I'm going to build something that requires me every single day to show up, and that's the only way that the company makes money. For me, the choice was pretty obvious. It was the first one. I wanted to build something that could eventually have the potential to run either fully without me or, 80, 90% without me. Now, at this point, while I'm filming this in my company, right now, my vision is my company is going to run maybe 80% without me. And that's a choice. That's because I love my work and I love being on the calls with my clients. I love designing our products. I still like doing certain things in the business, and I probably always will because I love what I do. But my point still stands, and I say this because if you build a business where you have products and you have offers that don't require sales calls, right? If you have high ticket coaching available, right? High ticket coaching, high ticket programs, right? That's really my ideal client here, right? So that's probably you. You have a high ticket offer, you have a high ticket program, you have a coaching, right? A mastermind maybe. And you want to avoid sales calls. The only way you can do that and still sell your high ticket stuff is if you're pumping out really good content consistently. And as you probably already know, you're the face of the business, right? Of the coaching business. So if you don't want to do sales calls, well, that's okay, but that means you're going to have to consistently perform in your business and pump out a ton of content in order to sell your high ticket stuff. Or the other option is you master sales calls yourself, you master the sales conversation yourself, and then you bring in sales reps who take your sales calls for you. They become a part of your team and they enroll clients into your programs for you. I sat back when a mentor told me that these are the two paths as a coach. These are the two paths you can go down. You can bypass trying to learn one of the single most important skills as a coach, which is sales, or you can master it and then you can hire a sales rep or multiple, scale faster, and actually have something that runs without you. So at the time I'm filming this, we are currently going to be onboarding several sales reps in the next several months. And the beautiful thing that's going to happen is now I'm going to have this beautiful team of people who understand my products, understand our vision, understand the value of all of it. And they're going to be enrolling the perfect clients for me, which allows me to show up and serve my clients. That's where you want to be as a coach. If you really want to feel like you are in your zone of genius, that's where you want to be, right? You just want to be, you want to be coaching. You want to be serving your clients, right? But a business that relies on you physically posting and you physically showing up every single day and trying to convince people to buy and refusing to get on sales calls and have conversations with people is just ludicrous. It's crazy. It's not scalable. It works, yes, but it's not scalable. You will get burnt out. You'll get to a point where you're making money, but you're churning out so much content and you're spending all this time back and forth in DMs with people because you're just scared to get on sales calls, or maybe somebody taught you sales in a high pressure way and you don't know any different, or whatever the reason is. I cannot stress enough to all coaches, whether you're new, whether you're on your way to your first six figures, whether you're at six and you're wanting to scale to multiple six. I still, right now, my company's at multiple six figures. Our next milestone is $1 million a year. That's my next goal for us and for my vision that I have. And I know that in order to do that, I'm still myself. I'm always going to be open-minded as to where can I improve in the sales conversations? How can I train my sales reps even better, right? A business that is scalable is one where things run without you. And as long as if you try to set up your business model in a way where you refuse to get on any calls, then it's going to be a lot harder to scale. So it's really a question of how far do you want to take your life's work? How far do you want to take your coaching business? Do you want a six-figure year coaching business? Cool. You might be able to bypass sales calls if you want. But again, I don't recommend it, because if you lost everything tomorrow and you had to go get clients in the old-fashioned way, which is offline networking or picking up the phone, you wouldn't be able to do that if you don't understand the sales conversation, right? So I like to equip my clients with the truth, which is this. In this instance, when it comes to sales calls, this is the truth of the matter. It's up to you what you do with it. But if this makes sense and you know that you don't want to be the only one running your company and you want to build something that does give you more time in your life, that does actually free up time for you to do what you love, time with your kids if you're a parent like me, or time to travel, or time with your spouse, or whatever it is for you, make sure your business is set up to be scalable, right? Here's how it looks. If you're a new coach, first you focus on organic marketing. You validate your high ticket offers. You really clarify your messaging. You dial in your messaging. You understand your ideal client. You get clarity on all of that. You build the foundation. You prove your products, and you know you got a winning offer, right? Then you add in automation. The ads, the funnels, the bells and whistles, all the fancy stuff on top. So if this resonates, if this makes sense, and you know that you want to learn how to master the sales conversation, in a way that does not require you to use high pressure sales tactics or to use just pushy sales tactics that don't work and that people quite frankly hate nowadays, then this is everything that I give my clients inside of our Stories That Sell program. It's really all about how to bring the right clients to you so that when you get on your sales calls with them, it's 90% a done deal. They're already 90% of the way sold because of the stories that you've told, right? That's the power of story. It creates people that come to you. They get it. They resonate with what you do. And so when you're on the phone with them, they're already more than halfway there. They just might need a little bit of tough love. They just might need to speak to you, a human being, right? And if you feel like you need more help in this area, if you're a coach, you have a high ticket offer that you believe in, that you want more clients for, that you're ready to get more clients for, then reach out. I would love to support you in the program. This is a huge part in our program that we cover how to lead the sales conversations in an authentic way that works, that gets you enrolling your perfect clients. That's what it's all about. But sales is not about convincing another person to buy from you. Oh, no. It's quite the opposite, actually. So if you have a high ticket offer you believe in, you are a coach, you're ready to make a lot more money and a lot bigger impact, this is probably a good fit for you. And this is what I cover inside of our program. This is just a small fraction. But if you want to learn more and you want to see if the program is a good fit, then you can click the link somewhere included with this video. You can book a call with my team where we'll sit down, we'll speak to you, we'll look at your business, we'll look at your offers, and we will be honest and let you know if this is something that we can help you do. So if this resonated, if this is you, click that link and book a call. If not, I hope you have a beautiful day and I will see you in the next video.